Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about my experience as a package handler at UPS. I only worked there for a little over a month, but during peak season I didn't leave because I didn't like the job. So let's just say that I really enjoyed it, but it was my second job and I had to return back into the office at my main job. That is the only reason why I am no longer employed at UPS. So I have lots of notes, y'all, like handwritten notes from my iPad that I transferred over to my phone. So let's talk about it. Let's go from beginning to end. So first and foremost, I applied as a package handler at UPS on October 1st, 2020. So 3 months ago, I knew that this is what, I was going to do. So when I initially applied, my UPS hub was not actively hiring for the package handler position, and it just kept saying, keep checking back. So that's what I did. I kept checking back and I kept checking back. So it was about October 22nd or something before my facility had like open interviews available. So I signed up for these virtual interview times, and again, over and over again, something would happen, or like the Zoom wasn't set up, or it was only saying like Zoom interviews, but there was never a link for the Zoom. And eventually I saw that they had like an in-person interview appointment. So I did that and I scheduled it, and I actually went up there. So at this point, I had set up like 3 interviews before I actually got through. The third interview attempt was in person, and it was a group interview. Yeah, so I had applied to work at UPS before in 2019, pre-COVID era, and everything in the interview process was a breeze. It was still a group interview, very large group, and then they tell you everything, show you the facility, and then at the end, there's a little individual time to speak with the interviewer. But I actually ended up leaving in the middle of that interview because the timing did not work with my schedule. I was getting off at 5, and I thought maybe they had a position where I was able to work from 5:30 to 10 or something. So I wanted like, I think that's called Twilight. Twilight was from, in my hub, it was from 3 to 10. And then the next shift was 10 to 3. So that didn't work for me if I had to come in at 3 because I need to come in at 5:30. But everything about that interview process was super easy. Now the last process was pretty much just like that, just everybody had on masks. So that was the only difference. So at this point, a few days had gone by. I'm looking at my notes, so if y'all see me looking off, so I didn't really hear anything for a few days. And then on October 22nd, I applied for another position as a driver helper. And I heard driver helper is a really good position as well. So yeah, with that interview process, same Zoom issues, okay? Same, they just weren't having a good time. So, but again, the third charm was the charm. So the third one was actually a Zoom interview, and basically we just met via Zoom with the HR person. After her presentation about the driver helper position, she put us in a breakout room where she entered the interview. So basically you're just in a little chat room by yourself, and then she enters in and she just basically asks you normal interview questions and why you want to work there. So basically driver helper, that position is like all day, 8:30 in the morning to 8:30 at night. Again, can't do it. So I told her like right then and there, hey, I just want to let you know that this is going to work because I can't work that shift, but I applied for the package handler position. So she looked that up in the system. She asked me a few more questions, and she told me she'll give me a chance because, I have a second job. And she was like, okay. And she's, I'm going to give you a chance and push your application through. So I don't know if my first interview with the guy didn't go that well. So I don't think he was feeling it. So he probably just put my application like to the side or not higher side. But she ended up pushing my application through. So I don't know why I didn't get a call back. But because I applied for this driver helper position, it kind of sped things along because I got to talk to her and explain that I had applied for another position. So she started looking into that. During that call, she opened up a second part of the application for me, and she was like, go ahead and fill this out. So I filled out another part of the application. It was stuff like, direct deposit, your W-4, and regular employment forms. And then basically, I think at that point, she ran a background check on me. She told me my orientation was going to be on Monday at like 11 p.m. So I didn't see the link. The link just never showed up. So around 10:30, I drove to the UPS location that I was to be working at. And lo and behold, there was like a group of people there. like waiting for orientation. Person came out to like collect all of us after everyone had signed in. Was calling out her list of people and I wasn't on there. She was like, so how do you know to come here? And I'm just like, because, you know, the Zoom was supposed to be at 11, but I never got the link. And I just figured I would go up here. Like, this is what I'm telling her. And she was like, okay. Because, I mean, I came at the exact time that orientation was for. So she allowed me to stay with the group. And, you know, and training started. And we basically signed more forms. And she took our ID photos. So I was, at this point, I'm just like, I don't even know if I'm got the job. I'm just here to be here, honestly. I was just there to be there. Training is about, at my hub, it was like 4 days, y'all. And we went to the training, the first day, we went to the training trailer and we watched videos. And she told us, you know, what to expect the next day and what time to be there. So yeah. So the next day, she checked my employment status. And when I got there, she was like, you're good. So I was like, good. So that means I got the job. The training lasted 4 days and there was like a sort test and it was on a computer and you had to like, things come down. Like there's like PD1, PD2. I don't even know what PD stands for, but they're just different lines. They're different like, what do you call it? Conveyor belts, basically. So the packages will go to this, like they're going to these certain areas in the warehouse, in the hub. So the short test you have to pass with like, I think she said like a 90 or better or something like that. And then when you passed it, you can, so I don't know if that's why I became a sorter, because there was 2 parts of the sort test. There was the initial sort test, and then there was a harder one that you have to match like the states, and it's like a color thing. So yeah. So that was the sort test. And I passed the first one, didn't pass the second one. But when, like, I guess the next week came about and they told us our positions, I was a sorter and small sort. At the end of my little notes, so I can just start talking about everything else. So that training was like November 9th, I think. And then I officially started on like November 16th. That was my actual like first day on the job, like first Monday actually working on the floor. So I got another UPS ID. So this is my little UPS ID picture. It's not that cute. It's my little UPS ID. I'm not pulling y'all leg. I was really up in there. So that first start date, she gave us basically like this is our time card. So they just basically wrote your name at the top, but when you would go into a scanner, you would just scan in and then you would use your ID and there's a little barcode at the bottom. So when you would get to the guardhouse, every day there's a guardhouse and you got to scan your ID before you're allowed to go in the building. And at mine, I don't know if everybody's like this, but there's metal detectors. So they swipe you up and down and stuff like that. And yeah, so that is that. So yeah, so that was the day that I got my position, which was sorter, specifically small sort, and it's the easiest position at UPS, I am told. I guess besides like being a driver helper or something, small sort is really easy. I noticed that a lot of women work in this area. Honestly, when I applied for a package handler, I really thought I was going to be getting packages on and off the truck. Like that's what I was prepared to do. I was so prepared to go in there and get them packages up off them trucks and put them on the trucks and all that kind of stuff. I really thought that's what I was going to be doing. But yeah, most of the women were small sort, or like guys who, like a shorter guy who was skinny was in small sort too. Yeah, but everybody else, they worked on the trucks and there were other positions as well. But that's easy. Like either you're like a runner or something, like you're doing misloads, which is a package came down a chute that's supposed to go in a truck because you got to scan every package on the trucks or whatever. But if it's not supposed to be there, then they throw it off the truck and then there's a pile and then they call those misloads. And somebody will be like running misloads. So yeah, my hub, you're not allowed to have your phone on the premises. I mean, it's a lot of moving parts. People on carts are constantly moving through. I think they call them like trains or something. I don't know, but there's people carrying like on a little cart and they're carrying like several little, you know, like train pieces as well. So they're constantly beeping and blowing the horns. And also the warehouse, lots of the brown UPS trucks are coming in and backing into their areas. And of course, there's certain areas where we can and cannot walk. So being on your phone at this hub is just like being a total distraction, can pretty much result in injury at any point. So I think it's really pretty much just for safety. I think other hubs say this. I really did want to like bring my phone in one day and just record some footage for y'all, but I was not able. So what Small Store actually does is packages are on this conveyor belt. If I can find footage, I'll insert it. Packages fall either forward or back. So the packages will slide down the chutes in front of it. And in my station, everybody had about like 19, like I guess not peak season, like every regular day, there's about 3 people on the side, and you're going to get about 19 chutes for yourself. So 3 people's on the side, and you got 19 chutes, and the packages will come down the chute and fall into a bag. So when that bag fills up, you basically need to make sure that you verify 3 to 5 packages in that bag, and yada yada yada. So yeah, they're gonna tell y'all I'm not the UPS trainer. So that's how it is. When the bag fills up, you zip it up and you put a label on it. So you push the button, a label will print out, you put it on there, throw it on the belt. And basically you just throwing the bags on the belt face up, like you want the label to be on the upside. So that's what I did over and over again. That's what I did, and it's not hard at all. Actually, we got 10-minute breaks. So about 12 o'clock or so, 12:30, we would get a 10-minute break. Now I thought they said that you didn't get breaks, but my section, pretty much everybody gets a break at my hub. I know some videos said that you didn't get a break, like you're working 3 to 4 hours and that's it, you're gonna work through that. But at my hub, we got breaks. So I don't know, because again, I watched a lot of videos, but again, we got those breaks and they came in handy. At my hub specifically, and at all the other videos that I watched, UPS doesn't really have a dress code, except for like they didn't want you to wear open, like you can't wear sleeveless shirts. Is at mine is what they told me. And I got when I was there, I had on like leggings, and they said that if you wear leggings, your shirt has to cover your butt. The only requirement is that you have to wear work boots. So here are my work boots. I bought these at Walmart for $24. I think they're $23.97 or something like that. They may have been $26, but they're under $30. And I got the pink ones, and these are cute. So steel toe is not required, but these are steel toe boots. As y'all can see, they're a little worn through. I mean, but they're steel toe boots. Like I wouldn't get rid of these because they're pretty much good. Yeah, so, and they're supposed to have like a comfort layer or something in there. Now let me tell you, week 1, my feet were hurting, y'all. These boots right here are pretty comfortable, but I went ahead and I bought some like gel soles by Dr. Scholl, and these are the ones, I think it says like warehouse or factory standing, anything long work hours. These were basically for work. So I kept the sole that came with my shoe. This one I feel like was a pretty good one as well, and it had like some cushion and support in there. But I just went ahead and put my own Dr. Scholl sole right on top of that. So I had both of those soles in my shoe every day, Monday through Friday, and you don't work weekends, so that's good as well. So yeah, after like a week or so, my feet were fine, no longer hurt. I don't know if it's because the insoles or what, but definitely make sure that you're being kind to yourself. If you have to get good shoes, good insoles or whatever, prepare yourself, prep yourself so you're not hurting yourself or damaging your body. If you're starting a job like UPS, make sure that you have what you need to be successful and just have good form, and your body is not going to hurt years later. So protect yourself. I know I don't want foot problems, so I made sure that my feet were comfortable working the hours that we are. It is a concrete floor that I was working on, but I was constantly moving, so it's not like I had to stand on concrete. I know that can be really bad for your legs and your feet, standing on concrete 24/7, but we were walking around most of the time, so it's not a stationary, you're standing in one spot position. You're going to be moving and you're going to be hot. I know they said that in the summertime, there's no heat. They have fans. Like they have the really big fans. I worked there over the fall, winter time. So it wasn't hot in the building, but I know when we got going, I would end up usually take off my jacket or whatever. And sometimes other people don't want the big fans on. Like they turn that off. And yeah, but it can get a little cold in the wintertime because some people do want the fans on, and so just put your jacket on, which I didn't mind the fans because I'm a pretty hot-natured person anyway. So UPS pays $14.50 an hour. Starting off, that's what my hub start is for a part-time package handler $14.50 an hour. You get paid weekly. We got paid on Thursdays, and if it was a holiday, like I think I worked there over Thanksgiving and things like that, and I think I got a check the week of Christmas. So for those items, I got paid on Wednesday. So Thanksgiving was on Thursday, I got paid Wednesday. Christmas Eve was on Thursday, I got paid Wednesday. So they do good, and I did not have to work holidays as well. So I did not work on Thanksgiving, and holiday, Christmas and Christmas Eve, they were off Thursday and Friday for that. And I think they're off today, which is New Year's, and I'm not sure, but it appears that they are off on holidays. So that is great. It was matching up with my main job as well, because we were off on those holidays. So it was good that I could enjoy extra time off from my second job as well, working at UPS. So $14.50, and then it's supposed to go up some more. So also, if you work there, so they also have like college reimbursement. If you're there, I think it was over 3 months. Don't quote me. I have the paper somewhere that you are eligible for tuition reimbursement or whatever. So they'll pay for or reimburse you for classes that you take. Also, if you stay for like 9 months or more, then you're eligible for free healthcare. So a lot of people, they have other jobs as well, but they solely only work at UPS part-time because there is free health insurance. So somebody who has like 3 kids who at their other job would come out like $400 a month or so, they're saving a lot of money having their whole family on UPS's healthcare plan. So that's also a plus. And of course, there's opportunities for overtime. So if you get overtime, you're looking at $20-something, over $20 an hour for the overtime. Seems like a great job for a lot of people, yeah, but you have to be safe because UPS can be really damaging because you're lifting heavy boxes. So also one of the requirements was that, are you able to lift 70 pounds by yourself? I said yes. Can I really do it? I have no idea. One time I had to run another person's misloads because our line in small sort stopped working. So we were running misloads, and some of those boxes have the weight on there, and I'm like, 40 pounds. I struggled to get them on there, but it's okay. It's okay. But of course, if it's over 70, I mean, if you need help, get help. Don't try to lift it by yourself. They try so hard, at least in my hub, to make sure that you're lifting the proper way. There's like a whole little acronym. Basically, keep the package close to your body and use your center of gravity and hold it like at opposite ends of the corners so you can have the best support of the item, or so you can support the item the best way. And of course, lift it with your knees, not with your back, and pivot. And always, like don't just twist your body, but like actually turn your feet and like literally go in the direction that you're needing to put the package, stuff like that. So be safe, because a lot of people complain about UPS, but are they being safe in the way that they're lifting and handling these packages? Because you can get hurt and you can get lifelong injuries if you aren't careful. So be careful. Whew. In addition to the bags, so you have to basically put the bags on the racks yourself. The bags are hanging on racks, and eventually, or sometimes when you get there, you will maybe have to go yourself and go to like the chute where the bags come down, and you have to get like a big cart, like a laundry cart. Think like a maid laundry cart, and you have to fill that with the bags. And these bags, let me tell you, will destroy your clothes. All my nice leggings, my nice little cute athletic shirts, the material of the bags, I don't know, they're so durable, but the material rubbing against your clothing just makes your clothes, it just makes sure good clothes go all fuzzy. Like my nice yoga pants that are just like super nice textured, and new pants that I bought, like, okay, I'm just gonna buy more workout clothes to wear to UPS. They've become fuzzy in some areas, like on the front of my thighs where the bag would like hit me or something. Like that part of my pants is now just fuzzy and ugly and looking old. So I would definitely recommend wearing clothes that you do not really care about, because if you're in small store or any other part, your clothes are going to get kind of fuzzy and dirty. Your clothes are definitely going to get dirty because packages are disgusting. And I had like just gel polish on my nails, and I broke like all my nails, so I could not. Then the whole time I worked there, I just said, "Oop." I just said F it. And I was just like, I'm not gonna do nails. I'm gonna keep my nails super short because they kept breaking. Every nail broke. Even all my real nails broke. I had stubs and nubs, and nails had to grow back because just these boxes and the material of these bags and just tearing my hands up. We have to peel the labels off the bags because when you're like stacking up your bags to make sure that you have enough so that any drop of the hat, you can put more bags on the rack. Now, sometimes it ain't no bags and you just got to make do. Okay. But to stop more stuff from coming down your chute, you just click the button, and then when the button is lit up, then nothing else is going to fall into your bag. Or if the rack is empty, you push the button, nothing else will come down. So cool. But sometimes like there would be no bags until like the middle of the night or something, or just after start time. So you have to take all of those things into consideration when you are working at UPS, and just water off a duck back, just kind of move. And it can get a little hectic at times, but just trying to stay level-headed. At the end of the day, everybody's like, it's just packages, so don't stress about the job because it may be moving faster or whatever. I do pretty well under stressful environments. I don't really let it pretty much affect me. Like, I know it's busy. For me, busy mean I'm moving faster, time is flying by. At the end of the night, they holler bag out. So that's like even if the bag isn't full, you just click all the buttons on your little chute, and then you put the labels on them. If it's bags in there, if it's like packages in there, you throw them on a belt and stuff like that. Usually if it's like one package in a bag, I'm not gonna put that bag on a belt. I'm just gonna throw that package on there. So that's all UPS was. That's all it was, just bags and packages, and that's pretty much it. Your hands will get so dirty. I have videos to include of how dirty my hands were. Well, I don't have a video of how dirty my hands were, but your hands are so dirty. Luckily, in like the bathrooms, they have really good exfoliating soap to help get that dirt and grime off of your hands. Also, when I first started, I didn't have a label peeler. So I would be peeling with my fingernails, and I got stuck so much under my fingernails of just peeling labels, and it hurt. My fingertips would just hurt so bad. And sometimes the bags, like the little pull tags, are gone. Sometimes they put zip ties on the ones where the pull tab has like fallen off. But other times they're sharp, and the whole little thing is like scratching up your part of your finger and everything because there's no pull tab. And I'm just like, what the crap? Some of them like broke off in weird areas, and they just hurt to just pull them by. So that was a thing. So definitely you want to invest in some gloves. So this is my UPS backpack. I got this backpack from Goodwill for like $1. At my UPS hub, they basically said you had to have clear bag, or they said clear, but I saw a lot of people with see-through bags, and this is what I found at Goodwill. If I had seen a clear bag, I would have bought a clear, but this is like see-through. This is what I would take to work every day. I would have like my IDs just thrown in here somewhere. I would have like a debit card or some change, money, or $1 or $2 because the vending machines took cards. And then I have like Kleenex in here. And eventually I got a label peeler. So this is a lifesaver for peeling the labels off. They give these out. No, there was like a label peeler little station, but that one was empty. So I asked one of the employees one day, and I was like, who do I gotta talk to get a label peeler? And she was like, I think I saw an extra one somewhere, and she actually brought me that one. I was like, thank you. But then like a few days later, a guy came out was handing out label peelers to everyone. So yeah. Also, you want to make sure that you have like a water bottle or something with you, because you're going to want to drink a lot of water, probably especially in the summertime. But honestly, I had really nice those Walmart tall water bottles. I had a 64-ounce one, and I had about a 40-ounce one, I think. I broke both of them from UPS. Now, the bottles themselves are fine, but my tops broke. Walmart doesn't sell the tops by themselves. They don't. So I would have to buy a whole nother water bottle. Some things that I definitely recommend having are a good pair of gloves. So I got these at Walmart. I wanted just the little plain like gloves that they wear that have like the silicone fill on them. That's all I wanted. Have the gloves that I was talking about, but they were large. I needed a medium, and these were the only ones that had a size medium. So wearing gloves really help protect your hands from just how dirty handling the packages are. My nails would be black, dirty. It would be so disgusting. And also, kept breaking all my nails. Working at UPS is brutal on my hands. So these helped, and the label, but the only thing is with wearing these, I could not peel labels with wearing the gloves. So that's why I'm so happy that I was able to get the label peeler. But these were good, and they just scrap on like this, and it protects your hands from being so dirty and just from me hurting. I'm telling you, when I first started, my fingertips were in pain from just working there. Also, before I even started, like during training, I went ahead and I bought myself a back brace. Again, small sort is pretty easy, and you don't have to lift extremely heavy packages, because only a certain, like, they only put packages that are maybe like 10-12 pounds or something. Like, they do send big boxes down, but there's a weight limit for small sort because it's supposed to be smaller packages, so you shouldn't be getting really heavy packages. But when everything is in the bag, that's when the weight kind of adds up. Some of those bags are really heavy. Maybe they would equal 70 pounds if every package in there is 10 pounds or something. And sometimes, like mechanics or just, I don't know, like parts manufacturers for cars or something, they would ship like really tiny boxes, but those little boxes will be like 10 pounds, like 15 pounds. So don't think just because it's a little box that it's not heavy. So I got this on Amazon, and I'll put a link below. I really enjoyed this back brace. So it looks like a waist trainer when it's on. I'll do a little demo. Hold on. It also just has a little pocket in the top part, and it's like a little cushion, but you can take it off if you don't want that. And there's like some boning right here, so it's kind of hard, so you're not allowed to bend your back that far back. So you just put it on, and it's 2 layers. I would wrap this one first, and I would wrap that one, and then this one you can pull it tighter from the back, and then the other side you can pull tight on top of that. So it really just keeps your back straight, like you're not allowed to bend back too far, and it just protects you, you know, from back injury. So I wore this back brace every day at UPS from the day I started after training. My first day on the floor, I had this back brace on because I know, again, I watched so many videos, and it only, just be prepared. Again, just protect yourself. Like, I don't want to have worked at UPS for a month and physically hurt myself for the rest of my life. Like, I already tore my meniscus this summer helping somebody get their keys out of their car. You know, I don't want any more unfortunate injuries to happen to me. So now I'm more careful with what I do. I just know a lot of people were saying that UPS wasn't worth it, and the work that you work like a slave, and I didn't get that experience. So I just wanted to come out here and say as a woman what my experience was. And nobody's going into UPS really looking cute. Like, maybe some people, but I'm not going in there. Everybody going in there to do work. Like, their hair may be done, but nobody's doing all the extra stuff. So I was in there with scarves on, everything. And also, like, it would be so cold at night sometimes. So when I would come out, it'd be ice on the car. Like, I live in Alabama, but it would be so cold, and I would have like layers on before I get to work. So everything, like my second jacket, my scarf, my hat, my actual gloves that I wore just because it's cold outside, I will put those items in my backpack. I think there in the restrooms, there are lockers in the back, but you have to bring your own lock, and that's just kind of, everybody in my section, they kept their bag like by them. So like, you're going to be in your section all night. After all my water containers broke, I basically just started bringing in like 3 bottles of water every night. And they actually, like, after a few weeks, they actually installed like a water machine that, like, you put your cup there and the water comes down, and they have the good little small pieces of ice. So they put that machine there just to, I guess, lift our spirits, and just, you know. Also, because I did tear my meniscus, I wore my knee brace every single day. I got a lot of questions like, are you okay? Because, you know, like, I'm coming in injured, and I said I was fine. So, so I was like, no, it's just an old injury. I'm just wearing it for prevention. So every day I wore my knee brace. If you have any ailment that you had prior to UPS, I definitely recommend that you take care of yourself. Like, again, also at the middle, like at the end of me working there, I had started to get more pain in my wrist. I don't know if you guys remember, but my Chloe Ting workout challenge, I actually experienced some pain in my right wrist. It's just a little weak, and I would have to wear like something around it. So I ended up getting like went to the doctor, and they gave me like this really nice wrist brace or whatever. that like also because at my main job I'm typing all day, so I could be developing wrist problems because of that. And working at UPS with the packages and all that kind of stuff didn't really help. So I started wearing a wrist brace to protect my wrist. So just protect yourself, basically. Phew. Is that everything? I cannot think of anything that I have not talked about, but again, if you have any questions, then leave them down below. When I did decide to leave, there weren't like no hard problems. I left in the middle of peak season, but people, like the supervisors, weren't like harsh. Like it wasn't like I just quit and walked off. I told them my situation, that I had to return back into the office and I was not able to work at UPS anymore. And they were fine with that, and they were like, hey, if you want to work next peak season, then you can. Just put in the application or whatever. Thank you for your time. You're a really good worker. I think also I didn't complain. Like I was put in lots of areas in small sort. So I did that misload, but everybody did misloads that one day that our line was down. And I was asking people who were there for like years or since August or however long, and it was like the line has never went down. So that was a first for them too, that the line went down. Other thing I did was in small sort was, okay, like packages come down the line that don't go in bags. Well, they end up in bags eventually, but we would put them into these little small cubby spaces, and you would scan each package and a chute will light up on the box. Like it looks like maybe like let's say you're at the post office or something and they have like all these little mail chutes. That's what it looks like on what at this particular part of small sort. And they call it like the back end or whatever. So these random packages come down and I would shove them in these little small chutes or these little small cubbies. And then when a cubby was full, I would push the button and then somebody on the back end would go and empty the cubby out and put it in the bag and slap a label on it, throw it on the belt. So it's kind of similar process, but these are like much smaller packages and things like that. And I did that as well, and that was pretty, those people usually get to leave before us, like who are on the main part of small sort, the main packages coming down the chute. But yeah, I had a really positive experience at UPS. The people that I worked with weren't difficult and everything was pretty much fine. I will say as a girl or a woman, I did get like some attention from like males, but nothing crazy. I didn't feel like, I definitely wasn't harassed or anything like that, but I definitely know more men approached me a little bit. Yeah, a lot of times I have my mask on. What kills me is men who like approach me and I have my mask on and you can't even see me. Like I'd be like, y'all can't see me. How do y'all don't even know what I look like? My friend said something about the eyes, but I'm like, y'all can't see my face. I could have like a snaggle tooth or missing 5 teeth. Y'all don't know. Anyway, yeah, so that was the only thing, like a little attention. It definitely wasn't, it wasn't like unpleasant. Like, do I want to be talked to? No. It definitely wasn't rude or disrespectful or anything like that. So I had a very positive experience working at UPS. The only reason I was working at UPS was because I wanted to pay off student loan debt. And I didn't work there very long and my hours weren't like, significant. A lot of people did request overtime and it came in on their off days. UPS, I think, is closed on Saturday. I always had Saturday and Sundays off because I work Monday through Friday. But also people, I don't know who comes in on Saturday at UPS. Like I don't know if the building is open for like package handlers because of the time. It's like either Sunday through Thursday or it's Monday through Friday. So people, they made it do what it do as a part-time package handler. They work doubles. They came in on their off days. They asked for overtime. So if you need more money, and if making more money is your goal, then there are ways to do that above the normal $14.50 an hour, 20 hours a week at the most. So you can get around that. Work you a couple doubles, pick up some shifts, whatever you got to do. So yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed working at UPS. My experience was positive. I can only tell you this from a small sorter perspective. As a girl in small sort perspective, I can't say. Again, in my experience, I saw only dudes who were smaller and shorter in stature working in small sort. So like the bigger, taller dudes were in trucks or whatever other station that there is. I don't know all the positions. My hub isn't the biggest at all. I was watching some videos and some people had to take like the transit to get to their hub and stuff like that. No, my hub, you walk in, it's not that big. It's pretty small, but we moved some packages. That's all that I can tell you. We moved some packages. The 18th of December was my last day. Like that Saturday, I went and got my nails done because that's something that I enjoy. And at UPS, that's not something that I do. I've seen lots of women with like acrylics there, but I just feel like if you were to break your nail messing with these packages, that'd be some pain. I just don't have that in me, but that is all. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions that I did not answer for some reason, leave them down below and I will find the answer for you and reply to your comment. If you like this video, then give it a big thumbs up and I will see you all in my next video. If you like me and my content, look around my channel. I do lots of hair videos. I do lots of DIYs, college content, career, travel. That's like the main focus of my channel for 2021. If you're interested in any of those things, then consider subscribing. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.